Donut Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's just talk real good, junior welterweights and welterweights, right? Two guys is very close to becoming Hall of Famers if they keep it up, right? One of them for sure, number one pound for pound, Terence Crawford, right? Has called out, put the old boy on blast or whatever you want to call it. Danny Garcia, former champ, by 140, right? So, Danny Garcia about to fight Sean Porter, so they ain't really got time for things like that. But Terence Crawford just hit him off. Boom, just said, hey, look, you wasn't undisputed at 140 like I was, right? Just let him know. And you ain't got no notable wins. So, basically, what's up? You ain't about nothing. So that's what he gonna say to him, so I wasn't gonna say nothing. You hear it, you say, okay, cool, it's one, that's one-way traffic so far. Let's just see what Danny got to say, and then we'll come in. So Danny Garcia's responded, shoot, I beat you up for free before, so I ain't like I can't do it for some millions, right? And you ain't got no notable wins. I'm paraphrasing. I'll put it, in the description box. Y'all can read it. Whatever, man. The men going back and forth. Bottom line is, when you're looking from the outside looking in, you got to think about, let's look at from Terence Crawford's perspective, right? When you're this good, your options are diminished. You can't fight the also rans. People be running up on you with crazy old demands, like they did Floyd Mayweather. With Floyd Mayweather, we saw Bigfoot. We got him in captivity. You supposed to be so bad, you need to beat up Bigfoot, right? Floyd, man, what? Is it going to be on pay-per-view? You know what I'm saying? They just ask anything, just anything for these guys. So Terence Crawford basically is undisputed at 140. Comes up and beat a hot in form at 147 Jeff Horn, who just beat Manny Pacquiao, who we say is great, right? And he beat him. And he goes and, demolishes the guy, basically. One-way traffic against him. And they still arguing about putting him in number one. They won't put him in number one. He's been number two or number three. Still behind people that ain't even supposed to be nowhere near him, right? That's how that is. So your options of fights is like now he has to come up and beat the baddest one at 147, Errol Spence, or nothing else matters for these guys. That's how good you get. But then they still won't put you at number one pound for pound. So basically, I think Terence Crawford, man, wait, don't forget Danny Garcia. Let me pick on him so people can remember who he is. Danny Garcia has lost one fight. Okay, one fight, and Danny Garcia has a win against him in the amateurs. I think they both beat each other once. What I'm hearing, right? But whatever. People ain't seen Terence Crawford lose, so just hearing about it sounds good to some people. The ones that hate him, for example. Yeah, somebody who was that beat him up, man, in the amateur. Ooh, Danny Garcia, I don't really like him either, but I like him more than Terence Crawford. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got beat by Danny Garcia. Boom, you got a few of them, and all of a sudden you got some beef going on, and you guys can make the fight. I think I'm just happy for both of them for saying something to each other, really, because get another fight. Danny Garcia has to, first of all, deal with Sean Porter, which is not going to be easy in that fight. I'm indifferent. I like both of these guys, but when I'm indifferent, I will lean for the underdog. And I think the underdog in this fight is probably going to be Danny Garcia, like he always is. Give you an example of something for people who kind of say, Danny Garcia is this and he's that, right? One thing is, here's something you can pay attention to. Danny Garcia was like the underdog in at least two of his major fights, right? When he fought Amir Khan, he was not supposed to win. Okay? No one thought he was going to win that fight. And he wins that fight per knockout. Right? Against Lucas Martise. See, people looking at Lucas Martise, what, the one that just lost the other day to Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, okay, whatever. But did Manny Pacquiao get credit for it? Now, let me tell you something. Back then, that Lucas Martise was the dude. And let me tell you something. His hands are heavy. And people were afraid for Danny Garcia. To the point of, I called it Danny Garcia's George Foreman moment, right? He had to neutralize this guy with all that punching power, and at the time, that was a big, big thing to do so, right? He was underdog in a couple of fights. Now, I know, well, so, right? Well, let's just go to Golovkin, for example. Where has he been an underdog? Ever. right? Has he went up or down in weight? And has he been an underdog? No, is a resounding. And you want me to put a hail and all? No. Lomachenko. He been an underdog? Just got in the business really in the pro, but he ain't been no underdog yet, has he? Right? They don't have these Amir Khan moments and Lucas Matisse moments. Terence Crawford, the man, number one pound for pound right now. Was he an underdog anytime? When was he an underdog at? What, the only one come to my mind might be my boy Gamboa. But Gamboa's coming up from two weight divisions or something. Coming up trying to fight Terence Crawford. You know, gave him a good fight too. One of Terence Crawford's hardest fights. But he was just too small. And Terence Crawford is all that. And a bag of chips. We know that. Right? But Terence Crawford ain't never been no underdog. That's what Dan Garcia does. He's always the underdog. Right? And he some kind of way handles his business, being 34-1, only losing to Keith Thurman. Okay, with people on his resume. His resume, put it next to everybody who's trying to fight right now. His resume stacks up. It just does. Right? And then he got Rod Salka, right? He pulled a guy up a weight division, Rod Salka, right? Because, first of all, because Mauricio Herrera beat him up, outpointed him in Puerto Rico in front of his people, right? And but he got the decision. So he had to go back and say, let me beat up on somebody a little bit smaller than me. So he brings Rod Salka up a weight division. I don't even think it was 2. I want to say it's 2 just to make this argument even better. But let's say he brought him up 1 weight division, right? And he gets a moniker. He Rod Salka them. You Salka them, man. Right? But I'm thinking about this. If he Salked him, first of all, Terence Crawford Salka Gamboa, right? But Gamboa is too good to be called a Salka. That's the only reason Terence get away with that, because that was the even fight. Well, not even. Terence was a little bit of a favorite there. But Gamboa was a live opponent. We won't even go there. That's wrong. First of all, but we will go to Gennady Golovkin for sure. Salka, the Ishida is a Salka, so he just Ishida them. Did he Stevens them? Right? Smaller dudes. Right? There's a couple other ones I ain't thinking about. But we're going to definitely go with Mata Rose and them just on May 5th. Just Mata Rose and them. And then he Munguia, tried to Munguia us. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, what did he do? He's had 3 fights. Matter of fact, I ain't going to say. Canelo has had maybe 1 or 2 fights in his career where he wasn't heavier. I'm going to go there. Where he wasn't heavier on the night of the fight. The whole 155. So I don't even know what to call it. He 155 us. Then he Salka the 155. That was the Salka. That was the Salka saga. The old Canelo 155 story. Do you know how much Salka it is going on around here in the business of boxing? Right? Salka, everybody's Salkaing. That ain't just Danny Garcia. He did it 1 time. It's ridiculous. Right? But he got it 1 time. And then fought some good people. Had some close fights. Danny Garcia, let's don't get twisted. Lamont Peterson, I just said Herrera. Them some close fights. But you get some decisions in some of these fights. You're going to be 34-1, and that's how things happen, right? That's why I'm so, impressed with Deontay Wilder with that 49-40-0 with 39 knockouts, and ain't no draws and no close fights in there. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people, you put people in these positions, other things gonna happen. Mauricio Herrera had a nice night against Danny Garcia, and Lamont Peterson gives everybody, well, most people, except that Lucas Matisse we was talking about. And Lucas Matisse took him out too. But other than that, Peterson gonna give anybody a good fight. That's what he does. He's a great fighter. So the point is, Danny Garcia is the goods. Terence Crawford knows it. This beef right here is probably between these two, letting everybody know, hey, listen, let's go, me and you maybe get in the future. Terence Crawford to have more options at welterweight, because if not, I'm telling you, if Terence Crawford goes and fights Errol Spence next, who are we going to ask for him to fight after that? We're going to be asking him whoever wins between Charlo and Hurd and stuff like that up there at 154. That's what we're going to ask Terence Crawford to do. He won't even be able to stay at welterweight. So the good thing is, make some beef now with Danny Garcia, and then it's obvious if Sean Porter wins, the winner got to come see the Errol Spence. But Terence Crawford putting his name in the mix so we can stay at welterweight for a few fights. Because if not, tell you, if his next fight was Errol Spence and he wins that fight, who would be next? You know what I'm saying? Who would be next? Joshua. or something ridiculous. So there you go. That's why I don't really buy this as being super beef where they really, I just think this is these guys realizing, hey man, it's got to be something else going down in this welterweight division, and let's make it hot and let's see what happens. That's my opinion. Doing sports talk worldwide, and I'm out of here, y'all.